Hey, this is Justin Lewis with Business Optimizer, and today I'm reviewing a parking lot maintenance company in Madison, Wisconsin. This is fun because we actually had a client in Madison, Wisconsin for many years called RHD Plumbing. They're a wonderful company that we've worked with. We've done all sorts of different projects with them. I love the area. I know a lot about the area, so it's just fun to work with a project like that. Um, so this specific company is called Seven Hills Striping. And what I'm going to do is a website design review. I'm going to look over their website, what they have here in front of me. This is my first time loading up the website. And I'm just going to give my feedback on what I think. Let's say the first thing I notice is it has this huge video in the background. All types of things are happening in the video. It's kind of hard to keep up with. It's going a bit fast at different points. But it is still cool. It's great having videos. I just think that some parts of it should either slow down or just not take over the screen in a way where I can't read the words. I really want to read this text right here that says trusted asphalt and pavement experts, Madison, Wisconsin, but it's taken a lot of energy for me because of what's going on in the background and how fast everything is changing. It's distracting me. Distractions can sometimes be good, but they can also sometimes overwhelm people, and you don't want to overwhelm your prospects. So that's my feedback on that. Navigation is pretty straightforward. I like it for the most part. If I go here, you can see it has home, about. It's got some information about there. Usually I put about over here near what would be the contact button. Services, it's got their services listed out here with individual pages. You can see this website is like it takes over the whole screen. However, this services drop down, it's really small text. You can see there's all different types of font sizes throughout this build. So for example, you have the text right here, that the HILLS, and then trusted, and then for, and request, and service, and projects, and they're all different font sizes. Some are different fonts. That can get really confusing for people. It's also really hard for people to just read. So if I'm looking at this website on different screen sizes, that could be something that could make it so that I might not be able to find what I'm looking for. And we want to make that easy for people. The rest of this is pretty straightforward, except for the search bar. I don't see a purpose for a search bar for most service providers, unless they're actually selling products or something like that, or it's on a page where it makes sense to have search. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. I do like the fact that it says request an estimate right here in yellow. It has a free estimate up here in the top right. I do think that there should be a button up here still that says contact us, but that's fine that it says free estimate. It's just nice if you have a contact us page because it means that it's easy to find all the other information. As I scroll down, you can see there's lots and lots of white space between this video and this right here. I'm pretty sure that's because this is taking up a full height. So this entire area, this section is taking up full height from top to the bottom of the browser or the screen size. I think it would look nicer if it wasn't doing that, if it was just better spaced. Spacing here could be cleaned up, but overall it looks pretty cool. It's got a video here. I'm not going to play that in case there's any copyright music or something like that. Let's scroll down. It's got services, and then it kind of jumps into this back and forth, but these look too similar. These sections look too similar to separate in my head. I think there should be some color difference between the about and the services. Once I'm actually in the services section, as I'm scrolling down, these are all cool. It's got the individual services. I typically like it when it's just easy and you're right here and you can just see all the services like on the screen at once, or most of the services at once. When you have to actually look for the service that you are wanting, that's usually an issue. So it's nice when it's in your face. Let's see. Just going to keep scrolling. Well, this looks cool. Projects looks awesome. Yep, I love this. Love how they set this up. So again, it would be nice if there was some color difference to tell you that you're in a different section on the site. You could do that pretty easily by just adding a different background to these sections. Let's see, background color, so it's not white in that section, maybe darker gray or like a slightly dark gray, or maybe it has the same type of blue or something like that. Testimonials, it's cool having the logos here. This is good. I like this. I like the fact that it has the logo associated with the review. And then they also are integrating reviews directly from Google. I don't know if there's other platforms on here, but currently I see Google, so that's nice. If they have reviews across other platforms, I would suggest they mix them together inside of here. So if they have Yelp reviews and Facebook and Home Advisor and so forth, it'd be nice to have them in here as well. Careers, this is pretty simple. I still think there should be separation between all of these areas. Partners, there's lots and lots of excess white space. This is going to cause people to get to certain sections and think that it's actually the end of the site. They're just going to scroll down here, think that there's nothing below here, and just stop scrolling. That could actually have happened right at the top of the page as well because of that white space. Call us. We'll keep you in line. There's a form over here. Obviously, you can see the spacing needs to be cleaned up here. I think all this is fine. It's social media stuff. I think it's an excess amount of words in this section. It's okay. I think spacing could be cleaned up here. This map could be moved to the center. Proudly serving the Midwest and beyond. So they're servicing the Midwest. If I go up here to the very top of the site, it says Madison, Wisconsin, and the only identifier that they service the Midwest is that one little tiny thing right there. So the fact that I had to scroll all the way down here, maybe I could have read content and it would have said this as well. The fact that I had to scroll all the way down here to see it in my face and really catch it is an issue. They should have more information. More likely, one of the best places to put it in the navigation or somewhere scrolling with you in the bottom right of the website that actually says that their service area is the Midwest, and maybe even mentioning the individual states. Lastly, so we have their phone number. Just a nice thing for me. I like it when past this parentheses from the 608, once you get past the parentheses, just add a space in there. It's just easier to read when you have phone numbers that way. You can see that phone number is like that everywhere throughout the site. So I just think it looks cleaner. Lastly, get down to the footer of the website. It's all pretty straightforward. I think this is great. I don't think anything needs to change down there. And then I'm not going to go into all the interior pages on this one just because I spent a lot of time on the home page. I will look at the mobile version of the website though. So let's see this cookie thing pop up. I think it's kind of redundant to have their logo how it was on the desktop version and on the mobile version twice. It also changes in the formatting. So up here, Hill striping is on one line. Down here, Hill striping is on two lines. I think it's best if people actually keep that consistent. And I'm just assuming that the rest of the site looks similar to the homepage, which is good in some ways, but there's still that problem of everything looks the same. So every section looks the same. It's hard to go from the homepage of the website and then scroll down to a section that you want because everything looks identical. As I get down a bit further, just to check, I think this form could be cleaned up a bit more simple. I think that would make sense. And then, yeah, this is unnecessary up here, just to have it take up so much space, these social icons and everything. And then you have the footer. So I think for the most part, this website is pretty good. If I was to take over this build, if I was to work with this company, I'm just refreshing the page right now just so I can see what it looks like when it loads. If I was working with this company, I would immediately clean up the font sizes, clean up some of the images throughout the site. I would add in the service area into the navigation. I would add a contact us button up here, get rid of this search bar because I don't see the purpose for it. I would add, let's see, just because I saw projects, I would probably add a second call to action here that would go to projects because a lot of customers like that sort of thing. And then one of the biggest things is when you land on this page, I need to know that they service the Midwest. So I'd probably pull that map up and actually have it somewhere closer to the top of the site, maybe even right here in this section. So it's very easy to catch. And I would change these words to let people know that they service the Midwest and beyond. And you know, the navigation would have the location served, the service area listed as well. So list out each of the individual states that they would provide services to. So that's my opinion. That's my feedback on this website. Seven Hills Striping. It is a parking lot maintenance company in Madison, Wisconsin. However, they service the Midwest beyond. So I hope you like this review and everything. My name is Justin Lewis. I own a company called Business Optimizer. We develop websites, rank websites in the search engines, handle marketing campaigns, and handle consulting for companies, typically construction companies, builders, contractors, and tradesmen. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can go to businessoptimizer.org/presentation, and we can schedule a presentation where my team and I will put together something that we believe can help your company. I'd love to work with you, and I'll talk to you soon.
I am one of the owners of Andy's Air here in Clearwater, Florida, and about 6 months ago we hired Justin and Deanna to redo our website. We had some issues with people that have handled it in the past, so I was very nervous. Justin and Deanna have been wonderful. Our Google My Business page actually had disappeared and we lost several reviews, which was very upsetting. They helped us get a new Google review page up and running, and it looks great. Only advertising we do is this internet SEO through Business Optimizer.
I'd like to thank Betsy with Andy's Air for the amazing testimonial and the awesome lunch that we had at Whiskey Joe's.